My name is Rachel, and this is the story of the night when my most beautiful dream shattered. I always believed that love meant trust, and marriage meant feeling safe. But on my wedding night, something happened that I never imagined. I married Daniel. He was the love of my life. Or maybe, I just thought he was. He often said one thing: "I don't like your friendship with Alex." Alex was my best friend. We'd known each other since high school. Just friends. He never crossed a line, and neither did I. I used to laugh it off. "You're being silly. He's like a brother to me." But on our wedding night, Daniel said something that crushed my soul. "Go to the guy you've already slept with. Don't lie to me. Your body proves you're not pure. There's no blood. You're not a virgin, are you?" he shouted. Cried. I swore I had never been with anyone. I begged him to believe me, but he refused to listen. He opened the door, threw out my bags, and said, "I married a liar. Get out." That was the first night of my marriage, and I found myself alone on the street. My legs froze. My heart stopped. My lips didn't move. I quietly stood up and walked away. That night, I slept alone in a park. The cold wind hit my skin. My heart was broken, and my tears wouldn't stop. Sometimes, a heart doesn't just break, shatters. But that night, I made a promise to myself. If the world judges me by my body, I will show them the power of my soul. The next day, I stood at Alex's front door. He opened it. He saw me. He gave me water, covered me with a blanket, and sat down silently. When I told him everything, he simply said, "You know the truth, and that's all that matters. You don't owe anyone an explanation." I wiped my tears. I rented a small room and started looking for work. I did everything, from washing dishes in a cafe to tutoring little kids. Every day, I worked hard, healed myself. I made myself stronger. People would ask, "Your marriage ended on the first night?" I smiled and said, "Yes, but that night my real life began." Time passed. Focused on my education. I joined nursing school, topped my class. One day in the hospital, an emergency case came in. Girl, beaten by her husband because she didn't bleed on their wedding night. My hand shook. I held hers. I looked into her eyes and said, "You're not broken. You just loved the wrong person." Years went by. Daniel never apologized. But I rebuilt my life. I found love again, this time within myself. One day Alex came with flowers. He smiled and said, "Rachel, if you'll let me, I'd like to marry you." But I said no. He said, "If I say yes, people will say Daniel was right, that I was already involved with you, that I was a liar." I didn't want the truth to lose. I didn't choose love, chose myself. 10 years later, Daniel came to apologize. His wife had left him. He was lonely and broken. But I looked into his eyes and said, "You destroyed me at a time when I loved you the most. Well, I love myself." If you're hearing this, and someone once broke you, judged you, or made you feel ashamed over your purity, please remember, you are not a body. You are a whole person. Your worth is not defined by someone's doubts, some blood, or a cruel word. Hold yourself, heal yourself, and show the world where real strength lives. No blood doesn't mean you're not pure. Silence doesn't mean you're guilty. And friendship doesn't always mean love. If you know your truth, you don't need to prove anything to anyone. Telling the truth is sometimes the bravest thing you can do. If my story touched your heart, please leave a comment. Tell me where you're watching from. 'Cause maybe your one comment could give someone else the strength to keep going. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.